Hey guys, I'm Silverwolf and I thought I'd do this little video about how to look after BooBoo because the instructions that come with BooBoo are not in English. Now I actually have a copy of the English instructions which I was sent to proofread, so I thought that I would just read the instructions to you guys just so that people know how to look after BooBoo and also to sort of like sort out any confusion there might be with BooBoo's various functions. So a little about my BooBoo. So first of all, he's called Nick Frost because he's frosty coloured, and also because in the film The World's End, Nick did say, let's BooBoo. There's a long story behind it, but and it was my boyfriend's idea. He said, oh, you should call him Nick Frost after the actor. So yeah, my BooBoo's called Nick Frost. But for the sake of simplicity, I will refer to him as BooBoo. As you can see also, I've trimmed around BooBoo's eyes. Thanks to Jude for that tip. Trimming around the eyes is a very good idea because now you can see them properly. The fur is kind of close to BooBoo's eyes, so if you get a pair of little like tiny scissors and very carefully, you can trim just the border around the eyes and a little bit off the top by sort of pushing the fur down and then trimming a little bit off the top there, so that when the fur is pushed down you can still see the eye. You just be really careful, or you'll end up with a tiny bald spot. And I kind of do have a teeny tiny little bald spot just there. It doesn't really show but I did trim the fur slightly too short at the bottom there. But like I said, it doesn't really show. Just be really careful not to do that. And just trim off the smallest amount of fur at a time, because you can trim it off but you can't put it back. So if you trim off too much and make a mess of it, then that's not very good either. But you can now see BooBoo's eyes much easier. So the instructions that they provide with BooBoo at the moment, they're in Chinese, but they will be soon sending out instructions in the language of whoever they're sending it to. That's all kind of in the works at the moment. So this is a printout I did of BooBoo's instructions. Now you've got the touch area 1, which is the head, touch area 2, which is the sort of the bum, the wired charging area, which is the rear end, the sound emission area is the front there, touch area 3 and 4, those are the cheeks. The mechanical core is inside. You've got the charging port at the back, the charging indicator light just below it, the power switch is just below that, that's that blue button. So I'll talk you through the charger in the next part of the video, but so far this is the various parts of BooBoo. So you have touch area 1. And touch area 2. The cheeks. He doesn't like his cheeks touched. They're also more difficult to touch as well, the cheek parts. He shakes his head when I touch his cheeks. He just doesn't seem to like it very much. So the sound emission area is of course this front bit here. He has a sensor on top as well. It's inside and it's just around about here. That's his microphone because he reacts to sounds. He can't really understand words as such, or at least I've not discovered any words that he can understand other than hello BooBoo. He just makes that small sound when you say that. So if you look around the back here, I can take his zipper undone, and it does like sort of, you can't really see the zipper very well. It does kind of like match in very well with the fur. So here's his little charging port. There's the light next to it, and there's the on-off switch. But when he's zipped up, you can't really see the zipper, which is nice. It kind of all sort of matches in seamlessly. You can kind of see the pull this side, but again, if the fur's down, it doesn't really notice that much. So you can see. Right, so we've got the charging port, which I'll show you later. He's got these little nubs here. These are his little feet. They don't do very much. They're just sewn on there. Right, so here we have power on. The switch is located under the fur on BooBoo's tail. Lift to power off and press down to power on. So you've got to lift his tail and press it. BooBoo supports both wired and wireless charging, with wireless charging being more convenient. It requires BooBoo's specific charging device, which comes with BooBoo. The wired charging port is located under the fur on BooBoo's tail, which I've shown you just now. Please use the power adapter and Type-C power cable included in the accessories for charging. And the wired charger indicator light status is red light steady on, which is the red light on permanently, charging started. The green light steady on, charging completed. If it blinks, it means it's not connected properly. For wireless charging, please place BooBoo directly onto the wireless charging base plate for charging. And the indicator light status on that, red light flashing, charging abnormal, so you just take him off and put him back on it again. Blue light steady on, charging normally, and all lights off, charging completed. It says, before wireless charging, please use the power adapter and Type-C power cable included in the accessories to connect the wireless charging dock. Interaction. Interact with BooBoo by gently stroking its head, back or cheeks. So there you can see all the touch areas there. The head, the back and the little cheeks. Now, cleaning. Now obviously because BooBoo's electronic, you don't want to be putting him in the sink. Use pet-specific no-rinse gloves or no-rinse wet wipes to wipe BooBoo's surface. Afterward, let it air dry. Be careful not to let water enter BooBoo's interior. So wipe with the no-rinse gloves or wet wipes, air dry, or you can remove the fur and hand wash the fur part gently with a neutral detergent at a low temperature. Do not machine wash, tumble dry or iron. After air drying, reassemble the mechanical core component back into the fur. Now there is a video online on how to do this, it's quite easy to be fair. But it does tell you here. So you unzip his tail zipper, open the tail and pull out the mechanical core, gently of course. Separate the mechanical core from the fur. And to put it back, you insert BooBoo's mechanical core into the fur, zip up the tail and it's complete. Now again, it's fairly easy to do. We've got precautions here as well. So BooBoo is a robotic product. Please do not use it in excessively humid environments or environments that might cause water to enter the product. BooBoo's operating temperature range is minus 10 degrees Celsius to 40 degrees Celsius. Do not use it in excessively high and low temperature. Do not place BooBoo near fire sources. Avoid letting BooBoo fall from high places. Do not insert your fingers between BooBoo's moving head and neck to prevent pinching injuries. Do not forcibly twist BooBoo's head while it is operating, as this may damage the servo motors. So it's all common sense stuff really, don't get it wet because you'll break it, and don't sort of operate it in weird temperatures because again you'll damage it. So I'll show you the charging next. So here's the charger you get with BooBoo. It's got the charging port there. It's got little feet on the bottom as well, which is cute. And then you just open the plug that you get with the charger. Now they have provided me with a UK plug, which is really good. Here's the plug, it's a normal USB plug. And then we just undo the wire with some difficulty, like that. And just stretch the wire out. It's quite a nice thick wire as well. So one side is the USB plug end. Pop it in there. And the other end is the USB-C. So we'll pop that one in there. Nice thing about USB-C is it can go in either way. And then plug the charger in the socket, like that. And here we have the charger now. This here is what shows us how far charged he is. So we'll put it in that way. Hopefully you'll be able to see the little light. And then put him on the charger, like that. Is it lit up? Not lit up yet. There we go. You can clearly see the light now, it's blue. So when it's blue, that means he's charging. When it's red and it's flashing, that means he's not on it properly. And when it turns off, that means he's fully charged. Now, BooBoo does hold quite a lot of charge, and I've heard someone say that other people who own BooBoo, the charge can last up to a week. So that's pretty good. And I think the reason that the charge lasts quite a long time is because when you're not interacting with him, he doesn't sort of move around or do very much. He just sort of sits there, which of course conserves battery. I like the idea of him going onto this little charging plate because it's more normal than opening the zipper at the back side and sticking the plug in him. But it's nice that it does have two ways of charging, because if this charging platform ever breaks or anything like that, you can still just plug the plug in directly and charge him that way. And most of these sort of animatronic robots do have a similar thing. Aibos do as well. For example, you can use a dongle on the front of Aibo and plug him in, or you can put him on his charging station and charge him that way. So again, it's a nice idea, and it's a nice way of doing it as well. So I'm going to let BooBoo fully charge, and I think that's all that I really want to talk about in this video. Now you know how to look after BooBoo and the various different parts of BooBoo as well. So that's all I really need to say. So I hope you've enjoyed watching this video. If you want to see more videos of Nick Frost the BooBoo, you can click the boxes that come up below. If you want to check out my Etsy and New Monday stores, links are in the description. I make plushies and take commissions and do other artwork as well. Or you can buy me a coffee on Ko-fi if you enjoy what I do. Link for that is also in the description. So stay safe, stay healthy, and keep being awesome. This is Silver signing off.